Only a guilty man flees Peter.
Get away from me!
As you wish, but you will never escape your fate.
I know there's a connection. Don't think I won't find it.
Maybe you're not looking in the right direction.
So, you believe in me at last.
Wildcat says you're a nut job.
Funny, he says the same thing about you.
He's right.
Okay, bored now. Goodbye.
It matters little. The Presence is pleased that you have come to experience empathy.
Go away. Don't touch that.
Wow. I had no idea that the Girl Scouts were responsible for the crop circle phenomenon.
Few people do. Few even think to ask the question.
This caring has cost me much. Why must I suffer it?
Good morning, Vietnam!
Thought crimes. 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 Thought crimes.
hardly think of culture or the repercussions while busting on backstabbing vultures.
What good has my power done? All reality is being ripped to pieces.
To whom much is given, much will be required.
Warning. The Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful. Snowflakes should not view this content under any circumstances, even if supervised by a G.I. Joe, Navy SEALs, Army vet, or someone with good common sense. The views and opinions expressed, including the depictions of persons of color, corrupt politicians, white people with or without a tan, haters, who have yet to brush their teeth typing angrily in the comment section with hot breath syndrome, do not reflect any official policy or position of the U.S. government. This program contains graphic language, dark comedy, unique intelligence, creativity, a high credit score, and high blood pressure when triggered. This program has also been accused of racism, violence, misogyny, mansogyny, feminism, MGTOWism, defacement of celebrities, and of course, being a bully. Welcome to Thought Crimes.
Good morning, everyone. This is your girl, Sincere. Welcome to Thought Crimes, and I'm here with...
Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Yo, how y'all doing, too, by the way? Shouts out to the wonderful people that slid into the building. We got Dom's in the building. We got the Village Brother that is in the building. We got Miss Kylie Jane is in the building. Mr. Dark Horse is in the building as well. We got Ghost MKC. Man, I see the work you're doing over there on the South African platform known as X, too, by the way. So shouts out to you. As more people continue to come in this morning on Thursday or Thursday, right? I'm messing around.
I was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, come on.
I was messing
that
around.
That was a little bit cheesy. Like, Thursday. I was like, huh?
That's good for a black man.
That is true. That means you're in a good mental state. That is true.
I mean, not everything got to, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I just thought I was going to put that out there for. I just waited for that one, Thursday.
Also,
right?
Guys, we have our merch up. Y'all should even be able to see it in this live show. We have a diversity of Thought Crimes merch. We also got Mr. Z. Eventually, we're going to have Snow Walker. That's going to premiere on our merch as well. So we have Mr. Z, we have Thought Crimes, we have Dark Crimes, we have Thought Crimes at the pawn shop. We also have just some more stuff coming to y'all. Y'all gonna enjoy it. Y'all gonna like it. And shout out to Scooby. He's the MVP with the merch.
Shouts out to Scoob. Yeah, man. Big
Scoob. He ahead of all y'all.
Shouts out to Big Scoob, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Also, on the Patreon, we also are going to have more exclusive content. Again, we're going to be explaining one of our predictions that, came to fruition about 4 or 5 years ago. We said that, Tucker Carlson is going to try to make his own political party and possibly try to run for president in the future. One of the two predictions came true already, and we're going to explain what happened and why did it get to this particular space and place and where it is going. For also those who've been paying attention to our documentaries and our docuseries and our podcasts and live shows, even breaking down the Civil War that took place within the Republican Party and also within the Democratic Party, although you do see DSA members trying to come to the middle with a lot of the corporate Democrats. You've seen some of the recent ones who have been going against AIPAC, basically said they will vote for Hakeem Jeffrey, and there seemed that there may be some middle ground that will be built pertaining to that. But going back to the merchandise and going back to the Patreon is all there, and don't forget it. We're still, of course, a hip-hop platform, so you're still going to get a lot of hip-hop stuff. And we have a lot of hip hop conversations and talking about hip hop conspiracies and all that. That is also on the Patreon as well. We have like over 10,000 posts on the Patreon, so there's a lot of also back catalog for people to explore if they're newbies from our documentary about Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein that we did in 2016. We also talked about Allen and Woody Allen and all those other people. So again, anything you're looking for, we got it on the Patreon, and y'all can check it out anytime.
All right. Yes, absolutely. You guys get a chance. Be sure to get over there too. By the way, again, you can check all those albums out. They, just like Sin said, over 10,000 posts. So we're going to keep that thing going too. By the way, Sin, how you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling really good, Prince. Actually, now that you mentioned it, I forgot to say one more thing.
Go ahead. Do you think?
Shout out to everybody who's been recommending our Patreon as well. If you are a content creator yourself and you have been promoting or recommending our Patreon, or if you pay to on our Patreon, we appreciate that as well. Shout outs to Charles Brown. He recommended our Patreon. Also shout out to Matt. He's a patron on there as well. And shout out to him. Shout out to Dwan B. We're on his Patreon. He's on ours. So shout out to him as well. Shout out to, of course, the lovely B More, the Dummies Cauldron as well. And later in the show, I'm going to pull up all the people who've been paying for the merchandise as well. I'm going to get to all the names and all the people who have been supporting us there as well. So again, anybody who support us, we're going to show love and appreciation back. And just so people don't get confused, I have to remind people, just once again, I do not care about 2024 rap battle. For our platform, we've moved on, even though if people want us to touch on certain subjects, we don't have an issue with that. And secondly, I do not care about YouTube beefs. If YouTubers are fighting each other, it has nothing to do with this platform. Most of the beefs have been started with people arguing about celebrities. I have no interest in that. And also sometimes people make amends with each other. So I'm not going to get dragged in looking dumb like Rick Ross when Birdman and Lil Wayne was getting into it. All right, so the show is going to be about hip-hop's greatest conspiracies. It's also going to be about Pete Hegseth is half-baked. They wanted a WEI hire. They got it. Dude, where's my drones? And then also Diddy, he went 3 steps forward, now 2 steps back. They said he was going to get out in January of 2028. It's been pushed back a little bit because of bad behavior, him getting into that fight in prison, allegedly. And we're going to be talking about that as well.
All right, yeah, absolutely. So, yes, Pete Hegseth, dude, where's my drone? Look, he's been having a lot of issues as of late. In fact, they just had a situation where they ran out of munitions, right? They ran out of ammo. I guess that would happen after you go through and try to fire all of the black, staff members and things of that nature. So,
I mean, I'm loving that Trump is mad about this, Prince, because they said that black people, they were, let's not even talk about other minorities. They were really focused on black people. We're low IQ, we're stupid. 300,000 black women kicked out of government jobs, 500,000 black men. And they said they had it. And Pete has been one of the greatest examples of what happens when you become anti-black American. Just to give people a brief history lesson, black Americans were very, very important and vital, even when we're talking about the 20th century when it came to inventors and inventions. Also, people forget black Americans were very important to building up IBM, building up NASA. Mathematicians early before we get to the computer were black women, led by Katherine Johnson. You had black men like Carruthers, who was an amazing, intelligent inventor and creator, and his inventions are still being used to this day by NASA. So again, a lot of the, energy of a lot of people who think they're better than black people, it just doesn't work out in their favor. The biggest college admission scandals in U.S. history, which was Blue Varsity, was a bunch of white rich kids. So going back to Pete Hegseth, anyone will look at Pete and say he doesn't have the intelligence to have this position. But you know what white society did? They said, yeah, sure. Now, you may think, oh, just the Trump administration is a crackpot when it comes to this. But no. This happens on and off as a cycle in the United States. This is not the first time where they hire white individuals who aren't good at their jobs and say that automatically they're good at their job because they're white. And these are the results. And the results aren't any good. Now, Prince, I mean, what's your thoughts about, someone who was a commentator on Fox News given the keys to our military and then being embarrassed and made a fool of by Iran? And then Trump called them primitive geniuses, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. So, what's your thoughts on this?
I think it's appropriate, because look, I mean, anytime you have anything that's spearheaded and led by Alex Jones on the grassroots level, and that's supposed to be the higher end of it. I mean, look, Trump is the last wave of people that have a desire of an era where you didn't have to be qualified for anything. All right. And especially if you're not black. Right. So Pete Hegseth, he's had his scandals. He's been drunk on Fox News. It's been shown over and over.
He got like 3 baby mamas too.
Something like that. He's a hood rat now.
Give me that project, bitch.
Yeah, he's a hood rat.
I need a hood rat, bitch.
So right now, what they're stating here is that Trump reportedly confronted Hegseth at Camp David over extreme munition shortages that threatens to limit military options against Iran. Hegseth reportedly shifted blame to his deputy, Steven Feinberg, for not keeping Trump informed. Now, Steven,
he had that open channel too before that he should have gotten fired for. You remember that?
Yeah.
When that happened last year?
Yeah, dude, where's my nuke? Right?
Dude, where's my codes?
So again, he shifted the blame to his deputy, Steven Feinberg, for not keeping Trump informed. Ain't that something? Now, Steven probably was pulling up in there every day like, bro, I'm about to do my job, or at least halfway do my job, because Hegseth, he talking to Trump and all this stuff. And then he slid him under the bus in front of Trump. And if you notice really with a lot of the people within the administration here, is that there's a lot of guys like passing the buck to each other, and so the White House disputes that the confrontation happened. All right. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, y'all gotta love her, right? She's always out there pulling her sleeves up. I'm about to go to war with the White House approved reporters. All right. Leavitt called the described confrontation 100%, of course, fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Well, let this be a lesson to society, because people think corruption and nepotism and lowering the standards of intelligence somehow, serve society. But as you can see, black, white, or whatever, when you either hire your friends or family members or yes men and yes women, and just because they obey your commands and they don't have the mental capability to handle the job, you get things like this, which has happened in the United States before. Now, one saving grace about the United States is we have so many dedicated Americans, loving people who care about this country, and other people who sometimes have basically did the extra work to give a dumbass credit that they never deserved. We talk about like hardworking blue collar workers, people at the job or the office. You got the big head ego person. You got to fix their mistakes behind them and all of that. But guess what? Eventually, a lot of Americans get tired of doing that. They get tired of cleaning up the messes of people who only got a position because of who they networked with, who they know, who they are related to, or being a yes man and a yes woman. Well, guess what? we see our military being made a fool of. First of all, it was a stupid idea to even attack Iran to begin with. And then to assume that you're so high IQ that Iran in their primitive society, according to the Trump administration, wouldn't be able to think of unique ways to defend themselves with intelligence is crazy work.
Exactly. Also, shouts out to J Ham Master, man. He said, "Dollar, see what's going on, man. Long time player. All right, y'all know what time it is. So
that's a cute avatar. Was that Cartoon Network?
Yeah. yeah. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yeah, absolutely. So he coming in from he coming from the old space too. Shouts out to him too, by the way. Shouts out to J Ham.
So far, the two best avatars right now is Victory and
J Ham. All right, so just to break this down, the U.S. had about 2,330 Patriot systems and 452 THAAD systems before the war. As of July 27th, an estimated of 759 to 827 Patriot systems remain, and 234 to 278 THAAD systems remain as well. So they dropped down from 2,330 330 Patriot systems to 234. All right, now y'all know that cut been happening everywhere. Okay, so continuing on here, of course, Caroline Levitt said that is 100% fake news, right? Hegseth himself has given contradictory statements. Of course, just depending on what brand of liquor we drank last night. Okay, he claimed no shortage of munitions, and our munitions are full up.
He talks slow. I'm not gonna even lie.
He said they full up.
How he talks for somebody who's supposed to be in the military, he always talks like he's just a dumbass.
He said
like as if he didn't even graduate high school. And to be fair, there are some people who actually a lot of people who dropped out of high school who's smarter than Pete.
See, basically he said, "Nuh-uh." So he said our munitions are full up. Early in the war, but told lawmakers in April it would take months or years to replenish supplies. So again, to the public, he told the fake news organizations that's a lie. Nuh-uh, they full up. What you talking about? We been up. But behind the scenes to lawmakers, he said, "Look, guys, it's probably going to take a month and a couple of years, maybe years, for this shit to fill back up."
First of all, you don't have the best minds right now in the product. Look. I personally think every administration had corruption somewhere. But usually, corrupt governments in the United States and administrations, they would still hire the smartest and greatest minds around the country. They don't care, black, Asian, white, whatever. While, of course, still being shitheads to black people in particular, but they understood the value. Yep. So the Manhattan Project had black people and engineers who worked there, like Knox Williams, for example. NASA, I already talked to you about, George Carruthers and, Katherine Johnson. We talked about IBM and all that. Civil War, we talked about Harriet Tubman, Pascal Randolph, Harriet Tubman, all that, right? Frederick Douglass, right? So usually these corrupt administrations would usually still hire great minds even when they're being disrespectful to a particular demographic or multiple demographics in the United States, right? For some reason, though, the Trump administration has a little extra bit of stupid to it, where not only are, there are a lot of racist and slow people in the administration, but on top of that, of their racism, they're actually showcasing it in action. Like literally getting rid of people who are very intelligent because, well, you're black, so DEI, even though DEI was mostly for white women and immigrants, black people rarely got any benefits from DEI. But nonetheless, usually corrupt administrations in the United States would still put intelligent people from different backgrounds in position of power. because at the end of the day, they still want their objectives to be executed. And here with the Trump administration, I got to give it to them. They're really holding in on this type of mindset, even when it obviously isn't getting anything done for themselves.
Well, so listen to this, y'all. And it says a Pentagon spokesperson maintained the military has everything it needs to execute presidential orders, while Hegseth called some shortages report not true, even while pushing for over $67 billion in supplemental funding. Now, y'all know damn well there's some scamming, money laundering. There's a lot of stupids that done ran up in there to get that money. We saw it during Doge. Remember now, one of the situations, and it should have been an old man.
He hired 18-year-olds.
When Elon Musk took over Twitter and it becomes X, right? Because he's always been obsessed with the letter X. If you go back to Elon Musk historically, he's always just been obsessed with the letter X.
And everything being like black. And gray.
Yeah.
Black, silver, gray colors, yeah.
Kind of like the Nazi fonts. Yeah, Nazi font. That's what he like. So every time I see X, I'm like, that's a Nazi letter.
But he does the Nazi fonts with no color.
No,
with no, it's like.
Well, a lot of them did it with all that weird gimp ball sex they were having too.
That is true on some Tarantino shit.
Black and silver, black and gray, right? That's all they like. So Pete Hegseth, underqualified clearly, but I mean, just fumbling the ball everywhere. I mean, from exposing the text messages in the group, and they were talking about bam, pow, boom, Pam, all of those tweets, not tweets, but those text messages being leaked.
Revealing the location, too, and the channel being open. And you saw Tulsi Gabbard, she's an idiot because, she had to try to backpedal. She's like, that's on Pete or the rest of them. And they were all, like, pointing fingers at each other, like, who had the channel open. And I'm like, all of y'all are stupid. I mean, because it's one ship, one crew, one fucking team.
Yeah, so it is that, but right now, so they're trying to go through with who can they really blame it on. And you can't really, you fired all the black people, so it's like, who are you going to really blame it on now? It's kind of just bouncing the ball around, and it clearly is, of course, idiocracy. I know there's a lot of people, this damn near become cliche for people to talk about that, but this is actually how Pete Hegseth performed at Fox.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, you don't get anything new.
I didn't even know him. The only person I knew over there vaguely, no, let me stop lying. Not even vaguely. His big ass head was everywhere. Was Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly, yeah.
The Hispanic or Southern European guy with the mustache.
Oh, Geraldo Captain Hook face.
Captain Hook, he's very memorable because I remember
he got punched.
Yeah, a Ku Klux Klan member tried to beat him up.
Yes,
and, he did defend himself. To be fair on that, who else do I remember from Fox News?
Geraldo was racist as hell. Like, didn't that Klansman punched him and called him like a Mexican, and he still turned around and fired on black folks though?
No. In that moment, he was actually ready to throw down. But no, he does focus on black people too. He's still anti-black, his ass too. Also, we have a super chat.
Says, sup, y'all found out that Tornado Alley is shifting and 901 is in its crosshairs. Tennessee also has a higher percentage of getting tornadoes at night. That's very interesting.
Good luck, Ariel.
Shouts out to Ariel.
And good luck for everybody in Tennessee right now. When it comes to these tornadoes, make sure you paying attention and paying attention to the weather alert.
Geraldo Rivera was very, very, very racist. But yeah, the whole Fox News, culture was just pretty much a scam. But yeah, there's actually footage of Pete Hegseth drunk on camera. He wasn't a high value, high performing reporter. And he didn't really have that much experience with like combat tours and duties.
Their stars was like Glenn Beck was a bootleg Alex Jones. He got very hot and then started his own thing.
I remember Glenn Beck got the job that Alex Jones and some people that corroborated said that he turned down for Fox News.
And then Tucker Carlson was the next up and he became very popular. So yeah, it went from Bill O'Reilly, Glenn Beck, then Tucker Carlson.
And Glenn Beck was popping all them pills.
He was an alcoholic, yeah.
Yeah, you know, and then in between, you know, that heyday of racism for them is gone, though. They got the other boy on there now. What's his name? The one that got the wet looking face. He always he
the
cry.
one with the long dog face. They find him boring.
Yeah.
You know, because he's too much of a try-hard.
Try hard, but really a cuck.
Yeah.
It's got that energy, you know. It's just what it is. You get what I'm saying?
It's just what it is, yeah. His personality with Jesse Williams.
Yeah, what's his name? Jesse Waters.
Oh, Waters, yeah.
Jesse Waters.
He don't have a strong personality, and he has he has no bass in his voice.
He cannot excite no angry white men for nothing. He
tried.
struggles up there, don't he?
He can't rev them up.
He's actually a notch lower than Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, the other three whiteys, they used to really rile
Get
up
them
white
going.
people.
Yeah.
He can't
get them going. Bill O'Reilly made them want to do New York gangs in New York.
Jesse Waters don't rile up white boys like that.
No, he doesn't.
That's why they really don't even clip him up that much.
And he kind of talks like something's wrong upstairs.
I think they know that he's like
he goes
San Francisco type.
Okay, guys, let's go ahead to it today. The liberals.
And going back to Pete, I didn't even I didn't even know about Pete on Fox. I knew he looked slow. That's about it.
I wonder how many hazing scandals does Pete Hegseth have?
Probably a lot.
It's a lot. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
He had a sexual assault scandal.
Yeah, when they say he was walking into the Pentagon, I'm not gonna lie to you. I said, ooh, this is going to be rough. It's Pete Hegseth. You know, did you see when he had his grand speech? And we're tired of the woke agenda, the bloated bellies, and not only that, we're going to cut the mustaches.
Also, Master brought up something interesting. What do you think about Laura Ingraham?
He says here, Hey Thought Crimes, you guys want to laugh? ? Says, watch Laura Ingraham and look at her shoe game.
Oh yeah, Tucker was on CNN and MSNBC before he was on Fox. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Between Ingram and Waters and Hegseth, this feels like the replacement. It's like the last string.
No, it's kind of like what Israel have right now. I go.
Yeah, it's the last string.
So like Fox and conservative crew in the mainstream area, they're like, just like the bench people, like the people you don't want to really play on your team, but you don't have nothing left. That's what Israel has with the Tatum dude now.
Well, which one?
Officer Tatum.
Oh yeah.
Because they
Brandon Tatum.
They speedball all their stars and
actually you all.
And they working him. They working him.
He ain't losing no weight. You know what's crazy? You right.
Prince, I know this sometimes get on your nerves, but I still have to ask, what's going on with the screen?
Tech issues.
Okay, because
I mean, I would have clipped the stream.
I was trying not to bring it up, but I was like, what the fuck is this? I said,
yeah.
Because I was like, because you and I both have pet peeves about this.
I know. I was going to restart the stream. Y'all want me to restart the stream?
No.
See, once we just got going.
I don't think they want us to restart the stream.
It's just a black. Just call it the reparation square. All right, it's the reparation square.
Well, speaking of reparations, a lot of people are talking about Pope Leo and how.
That's the one that wear the sneakers, the Nikes, right?
He's talking about his black ancestry. He said, I have, last year he talked about, I have the bloodline of the slaves and the slave masters.
He better tell us what's on his title playlist.
And everybody said that they were impressed by it. But I'm like, unless Pope Leo says he's for reparations, I will not be impressed by nothing he does.
He ain't trying to get shot. Come on now, Sam.
Well, John,
yes,
he got popped. He survived though, but
he had to ride around in that 50 Cent golf cart. You remember he had to ride around in that golf cart with that glass around it?
Yeah, you net.
Yeah, the Pope took one in the shoulder.
You think they would try to assassinate him if he said he was pro reparations?
Yeah, because there's some crazy white, my MK Ultra by the CIA. They already focusing on him.
Well, that. In order for him,
and they say he's from Chicago.
And he need to do some Chicago things and say he for reparations. Just because you have black ancestry, that doesn't impress me. Okay.
I don't even know what that means anymore. Do y'all know what that means? It's like when people tell you, like, yeah, I got a great grand mulatto mother. Like, what does that mean?
That guy, I don't know, that rapper from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And he said, and they keep calling me a cracker, but my great grandmother black. I was like,
oh, you talking about the red boy?
What's his name?
What's his Red?
That's from your backyard. This is the second time y'all doing this.
Who's the first one?
Jeezy had one too. What's going on with y'all?
Somebody must owe the cartel. When y'all see moves like that, somebody owe the cartel something. What's that boy's name? The red one? He looked like a fat red fox. I'm not going to lie, because some of the beats are knocking, but I was like, bro, I can't jam because I don't know what you are.
As long as you don't say the N-word.
I said, I don't know what you are. Well, listen, I can't, trap wiggers. I can't trust it. Yo, what's his name? The red one. What's his name? But y'all let me know in the chat.
How Paul Wall was able to get away?
See, you got to understand, Paul Wall is technically like a square.
I'm the people champ.
Yeah, he like a square. People like to see Paul Wall. Paul Wall went out there talking about, I'm selling dope. He just rapped about grills and fifth wheel on back. Not the big, bright skin trope. Yo, who is that guy? What's his name? I would pull him up. What's his name?
Well, you can't because you said we having tech issues.
Yeah.
We don't want to rock the boat and then it all
probably because Diddy
down.
was in the thumbnail.
You shouldn't have put, that's a warlock.
It is. Belly Gang. That's his name.
Belly Gang?
Yeah, that's his name. Is he white or black or mixed? What is he?
He's saying he has mixed ancestry.
But what else, though?
All I know, he said his great-grandmother black.
Yeah, because I'm not going to be too hard on him.
No, he hasn't said anything crazy yet,
but
that still was funny.
Does he have like a father or mother that's black?
No, I don't think so. I mean, because if your father and mother...
Because I've seen niggas be that color.
If one of your parents was black...
I've seen niggas be that color.
He wouldn't say, my great-great-grandmother
I get
black.
what you're saying.
He wouldn't have to go back that far.
Oh, he's white.
Yeah, he white. That's why he said, my great-great-grandmother black.
And that wigger look like a Drewski skit. I ain't know. I'm not going to lie to you because the beats would knock him. I was like, hey, dog, I can't. Are you Creole, nigga? Are you Creole, nigga? I can't call it. So, yeah, definitely different times. But no, good point.
But you know what?
Go ahead, Sin.
I mean, then that means anybody who black, you could say your great-great-great-grandmother.
You know why they saying that?
And then so you could do that then,
They
right?
think they about to get free money because of reparations. Black people online been talking about reparations.
First of all, Billy Gang, I like some of your music as well, but no reparations, man.
Yeah.
Don't try to use your great-great-grandmother to get on the reparation train, okay?
Billy Gang Cushington. Yeah, because I watched like 3 or 4 of his videos. The beats were fire, but I was like, man, I don't know, buddy. What are you?
Buddy, what are you? Of course, we know that humans have been nomads. We get it. New groups have been created because of that. You see the Caribbean. You see South and Central America.
That is true.
Yeah. You see even, hell, you can even talk about parts of the Mediterranean and, Southern Europe. Humans have been traveling around the globe for a really long time.
Yeah, They have. Yeah, absolutely. So... again, Pete Hegseth messing up in the White House and messing up in the Pentagon, the war. Well, it's called the Department of War. And he said
that
it was
so. I'm edgy. I didn't like that. Like, why do y'all feel like I gotta be like? It's like he's trying to be cool. Mm-hmm. They're trying to be cool, but it's a fail.
I just see a bunch of subs running around. Trying to be bullies. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel personally. Those are the ones that they get exposed in those documentaries where the women come out and like, these are all the things I did to him at night.
Jackie said, you got to go back 3 generations. You got to give it up.
You almost could have put a comma in bruh.
Right.
Yeah, give it up.
Like, imagine like somebody be like, yo.
I want to tell y'all right now, my great-grandmama.
I'm in Russia. 3 generations back, yo, I'm Russian, yo. It's like, okay. So 90% of you're black, but okay, 3 generations, 4 generations back, you got 1 Russian.
Don't
You're
even
like,
try to diss me.
Where's my fucking ticket?
Don't even try to diss me. My great-great-grandfather was from Mississippi. Hey, bro, you need to bring that back. Because if I would take it where it was, I'll tell you that my great-auntie was black. And that's half black. But I come back half on the key.
So that means I'm repping German. You know, I'm about to go to Germany. I'm about to say, you know what, guys? You know, it's a couple generations back, yo. I'm here. I'm a citizen of Germany.
Yeah, I try to leave it alone, but
you would go to Ireland, right? But you know.
Would I go to Ireland?
Yeah, and say like, 2 generations back.
They're gonna give me some land. Damn right. What's that guy that was from Ireland? The boys for summer. Then Lizzie. Yeah, hell yeah. I go right to Ireland and move right next to Rosie O'Donnell if they said, brother, we're going to give you some land. Yeah.
Give me an Irish song, Prince. Prove that you got. Prove it. What's the Irish song? Come on.
Thin Lizzy. School's out for
you got more ancient.
Oh yeah,
Come on. What you got?
Money, rose, cars, and clothes. That's how all my leprechauns roll. Burning dro on 24. That's how all my partners roll.
High Power said, Prince, Ireland might give you some land.
I take it. I take it. I definitely take it and pod and live stream right from there.
Would you be? Will you go to a pub and
I go to the pub, and
drink the alcohol?
Yeah, and then say, how do you feel about Rocky? Hey, he's Italian. This joker, this bloke here is funny. Hey, he's funny. Hell yeah, absolutely. I'm pulling up in the pub. What's good? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, you got to get that land wherever your ancestors might show up. You never know.
I mean, pull that ancestor card whenever you need. That's what they're there for. They're here to help, progress the
It didn't stop Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah. She said,
oh my God.
What did Elizabeth Warren said again? She said she was 5% native, right? Indigenous.
Native to what?
She said her high cheekbones. Yeah. And then
she just reminded me of one of those school teachers I always used to call my mother.
It would have been cool if Murray did the race thing too. And he came out, he said, and that was a lie.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I wish
the race detector has determined that you are not Native American.
What was the old boy that used to trace the roots because he was going around telling every black person they had no Native American in them?
Oh, you talking about Henry Louis Gates? I read all of his books, but he did lose some people with that one.
Henry Louis Gates, why did he do that to Elizabeth Warren?
He should have.
Because she's a Democrat. I'm waiting.
Oh man.
Yeah, so it's all good though. All right, so what else we got? We're gonna roll on because we're done with Pete Hegseth because that's just we're gonna keep. I tell you guys, we're gonna keep up with paying attention to what's going on with Pete Hegseth because a lot of people are genuinely interested.
I feel like he gonna kill
the Department of War.
He gonna kill more innocent people by accident in the United States.
He's already doing it.
I mean, he already with the he's more.
What's
that song? Let the bodies hit the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the.
You got it. You got the voice. Try it.
That's right.
Just give it a try.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the. Wait. Once again. Floor.
Yeah, I think you can get it. I think you can. You keep working on it. You definitely have a scream metal voice.
I didn't want to wreck our mic.
But he's definitely having bodies hit the floor already, for sure.
Yeah, and his hair is still wet for no reason. But anyway, Pete Hegseth, again, alpha man, right? Alpha male culture, definitely out here continue messing the game up too, by the way. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's see.
Are we going to hip hop?
Oh man, we rocked backwards. My bad. We went to the second one first.
We could go in any order.
The last shall be first, and the first shall be last.
Amen.
All right. Okay.
What is the greatest hip hop conspiracy to you that is like you feel like, yo, this is a goodie, whether it's true or not, you just love it?
Eminem.
What about Eminem?
It's one of the greatest hip hop conspiracies.
Okay, what's the conspiracy?
Protected.
Oh, that he's protected?
Yeah. No, Eminem's not the greatest hip hop conspiracy. I think one of the top hip hop conspiracies of all time that really supersedes a lot is this alleged meeting where a bunch of executives got together and they looked
at all of the vegans and all of the black people in the communities selling shea butter to each other.
Oh yeah, Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, and
they said that
Suge Knight.
We're going to create. Yeah, that's the second one, and the other one is that we're going to create gangster rap.
Oh,
yeah, because remember they said, a bunch of executives got together and they got rid of the conscious wave in hip hop.
I mean, you never know, because you could. It's about investment, so we put money behind, gangster rap and all that. You never know, but that is a conspiracy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones that I love is Jay-Z being Illuminati.
That's the funniest one.
I also like it because sometimes he gets mad about it.
He's still talking about it,
and it's very funny to me.
I think that is the funniest one.
My top 3 is the one where they said Diddy is the one who got the feds on Suge, Jay Prince, Irv Gotti.
Okay.
My other one that I think that always make me laugh, always watching, is the Jay-Z's Illuminati, and what would be my third one?
Bill Cosby was going to buy NBC.
We talk about in hip hop though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is hip hop. They always bring it up.
His pound cake was hip hop, but what would be my third one? What would be my third favorite hip hop conspiracy?
What about 50 Cent really getting shot 5 times and not 9 times?
You know what? I put the Jews on hip hop.
I can see that one.
That's a goodie one too.
I can see that one.
Where they be like, they take over everything in hip hop.
I think one of my favorite hip hop conspiracies that they make you go have sex with an executive and then you become a multi-platinum rapper.
That's true because a lot of people have fucked executives and they broke. So you know what? In order for you to be great in that space, you have to fuck an executive.
What?
But guys, what about all the people who end up on drugs and broke, who never got any money, who fucked an executive?
It's worth the shot. The reason why that's one of my favorite because you have a lot of people that like they go in there and they do that and they don't
get anything. I know. Like that's the worst thing ever to fuck someone that you didn't want to fuck, but you really wanted power or fame or money, and then you get nothing.
Nothing. I mean, you went in there with 5 of the top execs. They had you doing the windmill. They had you like Whack 100 said, nephew, he had multiple sticks in his hand. I saw the video. They had you in there like Dr. Octavius, grabbing everything. And your album still flopped, nigga.
Yeah. No, that is true. Like, and I think, we got to be more honest about.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
that's at the top of my list.
Some people who bend over and touch their toes, have they gotten multi-billion-dollar, million-dollar deals? Absolutely.
Got some goodies.
But that's only 1%. Yeah. 99% of the people end up trafficked or homeless on the fucking street fucking with them people.
Yeah, I'm just
fucking like trying to have sex with them execs to get ahead. Yeah. Actually, most of the stories about people being broke and never getting anything versus the rare few who got something out of it.
That sucks. And then you can't tell nobody.
No, because then they kill you. But technically the trick is they were going to kill you anyway.
Well, you can't tell nobody, especially you can't tell your black family. And they be like, you didn't get nothing?
I know. Sorry. Depending on what black family you come from.
Some of y'all mama might actually
they would be like, damn, you dumb. You did all that and didn't no money? Not even $100,000 in the bank account.
Let's say if you had a black ass mama that was homophobic, because black people, it's if
you get the money,
if you go up, if you up, so they like
you gotta send up, not down.
Okay, baby. Now I always knew something was wrong with you, but at least you gave up.
Right. When you feel like you sold your soul and your heart is breaking, but you got $100 million.
Okay, baby, walk it off.
Right.
That's how your mama would tell you, baby, walk it off.
You did a good job. Walk it
off. I gave birth to all 6 of you all. You'll be fine.
You're a success.
You'll be fine. You was in the streets, right?
But if you sell your soul and you broke.
You didn't get nothing? Girl, you didn't get nothing?
You big disappointment.
And then your cousin's going to talk about you at the cookout.
Ray Ray dumb.
Yeah, he went all the way over there.
Yeah, he went gay and didn't even get no pay.
Yeah, man, I heard he was in there with Lucian. Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. I really gotta respect Drake now. Your cousin will be talking shit about you all day. Yeah, man, shit. That's the top here, because you know how many times like dudes done said in the back end, they were like, I don't care, I'm gonna go in there and be a star. Open up your mouth.
Right.
Open your mouth.
And 99% of them don't get nowhere.
You can't tell nobody. You know, the best thing you got to do is go to therapy, and the therapist might even be telling their people at the pub drinking.
Well, you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
You saw Blake. Was it Blake Griffin?
Yeah.
He said the therapist that he was talking to,
yes,
went and told all of his conversations, which is against their policies.
Blake Griffin, the athlete.
Yeah.
Wow. And he don't talk.
The public or like media or something like that.
Yeah.
So he said he was traumatized by that. So he said he's never going to a therapist again. But I was like, well,
that's crazy.
There's another conspiracy in entertainment, period.
Was that provided by the NBA?
That, yes.
Yeah.
That when the industry provides you like therapists and doctors
they
and
set
stuff,
you up like Kennedy.
They set you up, yeah.
That's what they do. All right? Yeah, they do that. No, for real. Them therapists, anytime they recommend you, because they're going to recommend you the same thing. Mm-hmm. They're going to even recommend you some of the same crazy, corrupt spiritual gurus.
You see Jamie Foxx? See, Jamie Foxx don't care about the rumors people say about him, because he said, I got my money.
He got his money. But see,
I saw when he was holding his like mail purse, he's like, I got my money.
His mama proud of him. See, I'm telling you, I got to understand how black bigotry works. It's not what you think. I see racist white boys online like, that's racist. I said, that's not how it works with black bigotry. Black bigots, they want to know, did you get paid?
You gotta, yeah. Just like people respect if you don't have no money, but you stay true to their integrity. Well, he was true to the very end. You either be true to the very end, or you gotta be a sellout with money. You know.
Well, and
you
also,
can't be a broke sellout, because then it's double, triple worse.
That really, I'm telling you, that's how it works. 'Cause saying, look at this. This is how black folks do you, right? They be like, man, that's crazy, man. He really turned down that $3 million. Yeah, man, I heard that they said, man, they was going to try to, touch his backside. Damn, that's crazy. They was going to pay Buddy $3 to $10 million. Yeah, I know, man. I'm just saying. I ain't saying I would have. I'm like, I respect him, though.
Yeah, there was somebody, not gonna say the person's name, but put them on blast like that. But like, when we was talking about, things people shouldn't do for the industry, this person said that they would, jiggle some balls and nuts if it means to get ahead. I'm like, all right, good luck, but I'm like, tell you, 99% of the time, you still don't get nowhere.
And then sometimes, here's the thing, sometimes if you are, jiggling them balls like Keith, chains, some people just don't tell. They just they buy their mama a new car. Oh, baby, I knew you was gonna
Wack
make
is gonna tell though. Yeah. Wack 100 gonna tell.
Shit, unless you're in the West Coast.
Like you said, he got nephew, he got the tapes.
That's why you shouldn't be in the West Coast doing it. You better go do that shit in the East Coast.
I will say, people who do it in the West Coast be stupid.
Nephew,
you know
I got the tape. We got content.
All them people who be extorting people over there. Anytime you went,
bro, you did that at the chateau.
Bro, I'm safe. I'm in Nevada. They gonna see this.
Nephew, the nigga thought he was gonna be able to go to Nevada, had his butt cheeks up.
Yo, bro,
it's on tape.
We in Seattle. They gonna catch.
Welcome to Clubhouse, nigga. Paru. No, you got to be careful with all that. Listen. That's why, see, you got to look at the old white illuminaries. They go to the middle, they go to the Midwest and do that weird shit.
Half of them white people be getting caught, though. They be dumb, too.
Well, that's the ones that be in the cornfields.
Yeah, because they get white people all the time. Look at what happened with Spencer.
Which one?
What was it? What's
Richard Spencer?
No. I'm like, Elliot.
Oh.
What's the one over there in New York? He was trying to get all.
Oh, you talking about Elliot Spencer?
Yes, him.
Yeah,
Thank
Elliot
you.
Spencer. Yeah, but he was in New York though.
Yeah, and he still got caught because in New
York. I'm talking about when they go to when they have them secret meetings in Wisconsin.
Man, rule number one, you always being recorded.
Well, yeah, you're gonna be recorded.
Unless you do your own thing, you're always gonna be monitored, and there's always gonna be a foul on you.
Yeah, but some of them niggas, come on, with the rap niggas though, the rap niggas, they do the weird shit, and it's a nigga crip walking in the room with a camera phone. Oh no, cuz I'm just listening to some music. I'm just listening to some music, cuz it's community. You sure, bro? You look, man. I got a reputation. Hey, cuz, don't worry about that. Then they go to Whack 100. Hey, man, you wouldn't believe it, man. I was crip walking in the room right when the nigga was doing it.
What do you think about Dom talking about now? They're going also to Dubai with it.
They been over there. Poop Squad.
You think they recording that stuff over there too?
Ooh, hell yeah, they got them on tape.
Why you never hear like the people, the Saudis or and all of them? Why you never hear them be like, yo, I got the tape.
I think they be watching on them jumbotrons in the stadiums with them tigers running around when them people leave.
Well, they said sometimes they've been intimidating people with the tigers and stuff.
Shit. I mean, come on. Come on now. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. All right, listen. Right, it gets rough for folks.
What do you talk about the conspiracy with the 13 witches though?
Oh, that's definitely real. I think that's definitely real.
But
yeah,
But I don't even think the 13 witches are that popular in hip hop space though.
Reading ain't popular.
The most popular conspiracies in hip hop is Jay-Z Illuminati, which he probably is. Who knows? The Diddy stuff, of course, definitely Diddy. And actually, a lot of the conspiracies with Diddy has been proven to be real.
Look at the screen; it's black. Is he in the thumbnail?
But the 13 witches, I don't think have become very popular in hip
I
hop.
think with the black girls, a lot of them know about it. They talk about it in their teacup sections, and then they stop at some point. They stop talking about it. But they were talking about it a little bit. I think because Beyonce also is not outside as much, and the era has changed too. You know, remember they had Beyonce out there and everybody kept highlighting that ring she had on when she was singing that, like, for the Haitian tribute. And they would say it was a Baphomet ring.
Yeah, that's just because Professor Griff was leading the charge in that.
Now, he didn't even talk about the 13 witches.
No, not the 13 witches, the Baphomet ring. Yeah, he talked about the Baphomet ring.
Yeah, he did talk about that ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, well, I don't know what that ring is. I don't know what that ring is. I don't know what that thing is. It could just be a goat head. I don't know what the goat head represents, but
where's the Illuminati button?
Let me see.
Is the tech messing up that bad? Can we do the Illuminati button?
I think we can do something here. There you go. So we gotta keep this thing moving. Yeah.
The 13 witches are like, the mothers in Hollywood that, different.
Y'all seen them? Y'all seen them?
People go to for spells and wisdom and advice. And
I'll tell you this: with certain R&B artists, particularly the women, if you go back and look at the videos, you'll see the representation of them standing in their video, and they're kind of leaned up on each other, and they're wearing a particular type of dress. So yeah, I mean, it ties into. It ties. You know what? Let me tell y'all something real quick. A lot of that really comes out of. A lot of it is ancient, stuff that went on, like Samaria, Kemet, East Africa, West Africa.
Ancient land, far away.
Far away.
Can you do your narrator voice and say in an ancient land, far away?
In an ancient world, a long time ago, when black people had reparations, there once was a civilization. A child was born. She was the prophet.
Who created the 13 witches?
She was the first witch. But as she was born, so was the dark energy of her. And she was called the first bitch.
We have a super chat.
TCZ, whatever happened to Pastor Craig Lewis? I don't know.
That's a good question.
I have no idea.
Let's see what happened to him.
Yeah, look up Craig Lewis.
Well, don't look up too much because you said we having technical issues.
Well, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Listen.
Well, I'm not going to look it up on Google because with Google, isn't that fucked up? Yeah. When someone does something, have allegations towards them, right, they go look up their Google history.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. She's looking up Craig Lewis.
Craig Lewis. All right. Yeah, no. You'll see a lot of it. It comes out of, even in corporate America, like,
You actually see a lot of the women in corporate America, like on the higher end. We're not talking about like ladies that they make their family proud, and we're talking about the people that like they over X, they're over YouTube, they're over like there's that type of stuff. That stuff really is a situation. If you go back and Lady Gaga, she talked about her 3-day naked ritual out in the woods under Mother Maria Abramovich.
Yes, she's very popular in the
She was out there naked.
She's also been hooking up with AI companies too.
Who, Lady Gaga?
No.
Oh, who?
Her mother.
Oh, she want to do that Johnny Depp transcendence.
Yeah.
So she wants to be here forever.
I don't know why, but yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I just thought, growing up, I always thought she was just like a cartel queen.
I just thought she was an Eastern European, gangbanger or something like that. That's what I
because
thought
I'm like, you can't be doing anything with just throwing paint on random walls.
Yes, you can, friends. You and I know better.
I know. Yeah.
Okay, we went to the universities of the art, and that's exactly what they do. Even in Soho, New York, that's exactly what they do. They put and also because art can be so subjective, you can get away with any bullshit and then money launder. So the art galleries and all that.
Yeah, for the Satanists. Hip hop really fell off after y'all stopped talking about the Satanists.
I know that used to be popular. Now it's because industry people are telling people you can't talk about conspiracies no more. We have to be real serious, even though we're still spreading conspiracies ourselves.
Because they're Satanists.
Even Cameron and Cardi B get into it.
Yeah, I keep seeing that. What is that about?
At first, I didn't think it was real, and I kept just ignoring it.
What is Cameron? What's going on with Cameron and Cardi B? Yo, Cardi B just be everywhere online.
Sometimes I be careful with Cameron because he's a New York City slickster.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when like his podcast may not be getting enough attention, then randomly something happens.
Get a hustle. Do everything but bring Jim Jones on there.
Right. I mean, he's open for that because I think their podcast, Jim Jones' podcast, may be overweight.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
The Let's Rap About It podcast.
If I was a part of that podcast and I saw what Jim Jones did and how he handled the 50 Cent situation, I would have left the podcast too. I'm like, it's over. Jim too dumb. He do too many stupid shit. I got to drop this podcast.
I can see that. But I don't know if they trolling too though. Like the fake breakup. People kind of do that type of stuff. Like if because Mano said that wasn't his real hair on his head. He said it was like some sort of carpet. He got it out from offline, and he'll put it on himself.
He said he glued it on himself.
Yeah, he said he does it himself. Yeah, man. But what? It is in a weird place, Sin. It is in a weird place. So, I mean, but as far as the hip-hop conspiracies go, I think that's one of the big ones. And, of course, there's, the Tupac. But I think at this point in time, people say, bro, Tupac's not coming back. He's not coming back.
That used to be big when we were kids.
Yeah, that was a big one.
They'd be like he was in Cuba.
Cuba?
Yeah, they said Pac is in Cuba.
Yeah, and when you was a kid, if you didn't know history, like, why would he be in Cuba? They said, because his auntie's there.
But they did that with everybody who's popular too. They was like Elvis was some. What did they say Elvis was at?
First they said Elvis was an alien.
They said they got that from David Icke.
Yeah, David Icke with no thumb, right?
No thumb.
Yeah, they said
reptilian.
Yeah, Elvis was an alien. Then they said he was an FBI agent. Then they talked about his casket had an air conditioner in it. Actually, Elvis had the stranger conspiracies, though.
What do you like better, the throwback conspiracies or the more recent ones from the 2000s? Which ones do you like the best?
I'm going to say the throwback ones.
So you like the ones from the 60s, 70s, and the 20s, 1920s?
Yeah, like fresh out of Jim Crow. Yeah. Because everybody was batshit crazy. Once they took Jim Crow away, everybody kind of just like, well, what do we do?
Yeah, they didn't know what to do with themselves. White people was like, okay, are we still going to try to bully black people?
Yeah.
And then black people was like, no, yeah.
Yeah. Tupac auntie passed away. Yeah. We know she passed away.
R.I.P. Yes.
Yeah.
Legend.
Assata Shakur.
Legend and icon.
Yeah. Y'all know said Jay-Z and Beyonce to Cuba to look for Assata Shakur.
That was a big conspiracy when it happened. Everybody on the internet was saying that.
Yeah.
That's when they start calling Jay-Z Fed. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It was like, yo, why they out there looking for Asada?
That was a big one.
Yeah. I think even Grip he said, I don't trust it. Yeah, but what about any other conspiracies in hip hop? I'm gonna be honest with you. All of the botting conspiracies to me is just boring.
The botting is not even a conspiracy.
Yeah,
everybody knows.
It's there.
Everybody knows 100% true.
It's like, it's not as.
I mean, the internet right now, social media, they said 50% bots.
The last decent one I did look into was that dead internet theory. I said that one, that's a good one. That's a good one. That they said actually the majority of the internet is actually empty.
And soon, eventually, people will not. They won't know who's real and
who's fake.
Yeah, they won't be able to know who real or who is fake. They won't be able to make any distinction.
What about you all in the think tank? Were there any conspiracies that stand out over the past years in hip hop? Tupac actually got some interesting ones too, because they said that, what was his name? Yaki Gaddafi, his cousin, the one that got killed, on 7 Day Theory, after the song Hail Mary, they're saying that they're doing the voice, the backwards play, and they're saying that Gaddafi was saying he's alive. I was like, I think that was the last of that type of like rock and roll conspiracy theories, with the secret messages and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The dead internet theory is real. Shouts out to Ariel. They scrubbing the old internet. Doms, you're not wrong about that.
That's why they're attacking Internet Archive.
Yeah.
They are trying to scrub away the old internet. That's because crazy. With AI and stuff, they can reinvent new history. You saw that when we talked about Anthropic and how a lot of the books
burning
were being destroyed.
Yes.
That they were using to train the AIs.
Yeah.
And humans shouldn't be cocky. Shit. Sometimes we forget what we learned last week.
Yeah.
So then these archives with these data centers and databases, they're going to be basically holding up all the knowledge and information. And then, us on the other hand, future generations, it pose a threat for them not being able to learn anything that is of importance. Make sure y'all read that Brave New World. But also, it could go anywhere. They could start changing books around and remix. We already saw with PragerU, with Dennis Prager, ugly ass. He's in Florida remixing Black history.
Yeah.
He lied about Frederick Douglass and James Fortin and all that. I'm like, what is this? This guy's a major fucking liar.
Yeah, soon, you're going to have to tell your kids, well, we used to log in. What's a login?
They may hack people's brains and they won't remember to tell their kids.
Well, there was one time where the internet was behind the screen. What? I never known that. That's weird, Grandpa. Okay? All right?
But y'all pay attention to Internet Archive. They were having a lot of issues.
We cover it. We talk about it all the time.
And when I thought they was going to be able to recover, then they got hit again recently.
They keep trying to shut it down. And Sid, Nintendo magazine. Sometimes you could be on there just reading old Nintendo magazines. You was like, you know what? I do remember this version of Zelda. And they take away, to be honest, some of the stuff that be on Internet Archive, that kind of felt like when the last go around when the internet was like really, really, really super fun. All right. Theory: Big U and Whack have everyone's prison records, and Charleston White's eye is a Diddy cam. Wow, that was very creative.
That was very creative,
bro. You better go run with that. Man,
I can see like an animation where
that was funny.
Charleston White eye is like
a Diddy cam.
It's a cam in it.
Lord have mercy.
But I wouldn't put it past Charleston White having a cam in that fake eye.
Look at me, nigga.
You know, he's very shifty.
That is hilarious victory status. Right after breakfast. All right, yeah. So, what do you think about some of one of the other ones? The prevailing theory saying is that some of these more notable personalities are feds.
I mean, that's.
I'm just bringing that up.
No,
you and I talk about that.
Anybody who works with the government who's trying to get a power, most of them do.
Charleston White.
I think everybody in that industry feds.
Yeah, because
first of all, let's keep it a buck.
50.
How can you be plugged into that system and not be working with the feds? I think they all work with the feds, and then they point fingers and say, no, y'all all work for the feds to me.
And somewhere some hackers have already backed up on the dark internet, the Internet Archive.
Oh yeah, the old internet is
yeah.
going to be stored, and other people won't have access to it.
They can't wait to do that. They can't wait to do that, y'all. Y'all gonna see digital copies of the Source magazine behind the $35 tier. Yeah, that's what they do.
Or they're gonna use you're gonna have to show ID to be able to get into the old internet. You are declined.
Yeah.
Why am I declined? I need this for my study. You have been declined. You said something mean about Israel. You have been declined. You said something mean about this politician. Like, all right.
Yeah, no, you're right about that too. Well, seeing you brought that up, actually that is something they said they were looking for. Remember, they were supposed to be working on the Internet 2.0 or 3.0, 4.0, whichever one it is, that you are supposed to show ID before you actually have a chance to log in to the internet anywhere. Because they're already doing it, quote unquote, with XXX sites. You know how they start off, well, I don't think it's bad. I don't want kids to get on there. Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. What? I have to do this for my Facebook account? All right. Last subject here. Speaking of theories, Diddy recently had his items seized. All right.
Okay, what items? Did they go into detail?
Yeah, I'm about to pull this up real quick because they had one. They was talking about a particular tape name, and everybody's like, "What does this mean?" So there was supposed to be a set of tapes that were labeled as they stated oddly. Because have you ever noticed this with Diddy? Like, there are no conversations about like tapes or anything. It just kind of all went away.
That person.
Yeah.
This is a Illuminati moment. So can you play the pit? Yeah.
A conspiracy. Yeah. Do-gooda. Let's get it.
People be trying to stress out thought crimes. Someone told us at the beginning of 2024 that an executive told them that Diddy wasn't going to fall.
Yes, they did tell us that. Yes.
Because remember,
look, you guys don't have to take our word for it. It's reading rainbow.
We talked about, 8 years ago or whatever about, Cassie collecting information on Diddy, and it turned out that it was okay, it was true.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of funny though.
We was like, damn, we thought like everything was gonna get blown up, like all the tapes, everything, at least some leaks. I mean, you did get one leak with Diddy bare ass cheeks with 50 Cent baby mother, but this person said that he will not fall, and some people may be confused. Yeah, he did fall. He went to prison. No, the RICO. He didn't get caught up in the RICO because the RICO would have opened up the books on everybody. That means the execs in hip hop.
Yeah.
Possibly even reaching a lot of the blue bloods too.
Ain't nothing party like a gay party.
But
can we slow down on that scene?
It didn't happen.
Hold on a second. This is
so
part
that
of
person, what they said ended up being true.
This is a percentage of a Patreon conversation. All right.
It should be a Patreon conversation. That's just true.
We're not going to go too deep.
Not on YouTube.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. No Vaseline.
Apparently he can't. But anyway, listen. What she's saying is true, and I will pose this question to you all. Have you noticed Diddy name has pretty much been washed out of all of hip-hop media and replaced with another Scorpio? So, and what I mean by that is that nobody's talking about Diddy anymore. It's kind of just done. So, while that is taking place, there was a series of tapes called Ibiza. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Ibiza tapes on a Sony DV cam
cassettes seized from Diddy's Miami mansion in March of 2024. It was just moved forward, just moved towards permanent forfeiture. Prosecutors asked Judge Aaron to finalize forfeiture of the cassettes labeled Ibiza tapes, with the government seeking clear title over them. All right? That's the sealed court story from the last day.
Well, to add to your point,
and again,
it is scapegoating because this is why we said diversions. One Scorpio that was actually could have gotten Lucian Grange in trouble and Blue Bloods in trouble. Their story went dormant, and then another Scorpio instead became the focus of everybody's attention. Because I remember what happened. People weren't upset with us in 2023. We was talking about 50 Cent and Diddy and all that. And we was breaking down the coverage, and everybody was there, and they was on, like, waiting to see what happened. Then after 2024, everybody was like, well, Diddy ain't that really that bad, and it's not, we shouldn't focus on that. Yeah, he didn't get RICO'd for a fucking, the RICO didn't go through for a fucking reason, And
like she said, again, I'm not here to cheerlead for anybody. I'm just asking, I just posed that question to you all. It's still a big issue, and listen, again, if you think we're lying, you can go back to what video, what year was that? It was 2017 when we said Cassie was collecting evidence on Diddy, and people was like, oh, y'all stupid niggas. Y'all funny though. Right? And then people, hold up, nigga. I went back to the video. Oh, shit. Again, somebody said to us that Diddy won't necessarily be going down in a permanent sense.
They said that in 2024.
In 2024.
They claimed that it would get too many people caught up.
And yes, and they also alluded to a washing out in media. And, not trying to be funny, shawty. I mean, look where we are. So yes, Sin is absolutely correct. It is a flip. It's kind of like when the Harvey Weinstein thing, when they wanted to kind of get it straight and it was getting too much, because Harvey, Killer Crocface, was out the gate. I'm telling. If y'all pull this shit with me, I'm telling on the other execs, right?
He punked out and didn't tell on nobody.
So then when you watch, Hollywood Reporters Roundtable, where they got all of the artists, all of the actors and directors talking about what is your favorite Brandon Soderbergh film, right? There's like, yes, and what do you think about Harvey Weinstein? Because Cindy and I, we watched one video. They was like, let's discuss Harvey Weinstein. They brought him up. They turned, and one little guy, he says, and just to think how Bill Cosby fell from grace. And for the rest of the episode, they focused on Bill Cosby. The title said Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah, Dom, no, you is right. It was to humble Diddy, yeah. But, and again, it's just about, like, they are learning from what they saw with Jeffrey Epstein is that one dummy falls. When it comes to RICOs, everybody has a chance of falling. And there are certain people with a lot of power who did not want that RICO to stick with Diddy.
So just to say this, the filings never explain what actually is on the tapes. No contents, recording dates, or Ibiza's connection are described, even though other explicit recordings are shown to jurors during the trial. All right. Again, Combs had recently agreed to forfeit the tapes and other seized devices as part of his sentencing, and court papers described them as property used in the prostitution counts he was convicted on. Okay, again, he was sentenced in July on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, the media, some folks will have you to believe that, he just want to go, have, what?
He's a black man, the Mann Act and all that.
The man, Jack Johnson, Harriet Tubman, all that stuff.
Yeah, but they forget when Diddy was first really in trouble, they were bringing up everybody. They were saying Clive Davis, Lucian Grange, UMG Hill. Lil Rod X originally, put Lucian Grange and UMG in there and said, they was providing underage girls to Diddy and all that. Of course, it was removed eventually. But that's how it all started. Then eventually it fizzled out into like, okay, just, Diddy just, he's just a freak and he was just, he had consensual sex and, they just
Ain't
got
that
him
crazy?
on bullshit charges. Yeah.
It's just crazy seeing like the. I don't know. The thing that amazed us still is just how the whole Diddy story just got washed out of the cycle.
I feel they did dark magic. And before we get into the demonic things they were allegedly doing, let's go into Ariel Smoke's super chat.
What Ariel Smoke? I think it's bouncing up on my end. Okay, Ariel Smoke says, an OS age verification law was recently passed. So next time when y'all get your operation system update, you guys are gonna have an age verification code. So that means that goes back. It's interesting you brought that up, Ariel. They talked about this like 7 or 8 years ago that you may be required to put in your ID to log into to use your laptop or computer.
Oh yeah. They definitely trying to do that. Also, Hercules, you're hitting a sore spot for us right now. Hercules said, "Is this the new format of the Black House stream?"
It's because Diddy was in the thumbnail.
We're having technical difficulties
Every time Diddy go in there.
And it's actually, I was trying to get over it because it was getting on my fucking nerves.
I know, Sid.
To see just the square there.
You know me saying.
In a professional stream.
I'd be like saying the show must go on,
but
love.
we had to move. We had to get over it and just keep doing the show.
I know.
As long as y'all can hear us, we keep it going.
I didn't know if you feel like restarting everything.
No.
I know it's a long intro.
Right.
It's a long intro. All
right,
guys, I'm going to catch y'all later. That's cool, Thought Cries. I'm with y'all. All right. It says here, a federal judge has now signed off on a final, and also Dom's thank you. She said the pronunciation was correct. Okay, a federal judge has now signed off on a final forfeiture order covering more than 90 seized items in total. Phones, laptops, hard drives, surveillance gear, the Ibiza cassettes, and cash. All right, it says separately, a wave of unverified social media claims in June with about other freak-offs tapes allegedly circulating online. That appears to be internet speculation, rumors, rather than anything confirmed by the court as of now. So,
we got a super.
I'm about to get to it. Yeah.
I know.
This is like.
You got to do the button again.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, the damn Diddy. I want y'all to understand something. The numbers don't really indicate much of anything anywhere online. I told you guys there are prominent engineers out of Silicon Valley that affect your life every day. That sometimes I just be in their chat. It's like 9 people there.
No, it's true. We talked to a lot of these people, and they really hell bent on altering perceptions. They already doing it right now.
Yes,
they already doing it right now. And okay, they think of people as like livestock. We'll herd people here, we'll herd people there, and we'll herd them in anywhere we want, whether it's hip hop, be it politics, be it whatever it is. And you could go read Victory's comment.
I want you to finish your thoughts because that ties into something I had, but again, we'll talk.
Okay.
We'll talk.
You saw how Kentucky Fried Chicken said, "Thought Crimes, you should, you're not gonna pick nothing aside. You want to be here 4 years yapping, and all that." Okay, so alternative perception is, I'll try to change reality externally to make you internally feel insecure, so you can jump when we say jump to feel validation internally. Prince and I said, I don't give a fuck what you alter. We're going to still keep doing our thing because what we feel about ourselves don't come from you. So don't care what the views is. Don't care that we like to do what we like to do, right? But unfortunately, there are people in society who falls for the okie doke, and they, whether it's desperate for clout, views, acknowledgement, or whatever, they will fall into that trick and trap to be like, I want to be validated externally. And remember, in occultism, anytime you desire something that you can't bring out from within, you run the chance of someone trying to pimp you for that desire. Which is why even when they talk about the 11th house in astrology, yes, it's beautiful. Networks, income, even friends. All of those things are nice. But what's one of the negatives? Well, when you make a wish, the 11th house can also represent traps, because now you're relying on something external outside of yourself. And this is where people get caught up sometimes when they call, the deal with the devil. Or even when it talks about people burning with their desires, right? Now, of course, if you go into Vedic astrology, it's going to depend on the nakshatras. Some nakshatras are more susceptible to certain things than others, even though they all have their pros and cons that people have to figure out how to master.
And some of them, it's their journey. Yeah.
But Hollywood, for example, is to represent that altering of perception. And remember, to alter perception is sometimes to make something that did not exist or something that is false becomes a reality. I'll give you an example. Let's say somebody who's average in looks, they walk around in the world, they feel insecure because there's people who are naturally more attractive, right? And so they walk around the world and they don't feel good about themselves, right? And they go into Hollywood and, they talk to these execs and stuff, and they're like, hell, we can alter the perception. Yeah, we can make you a star and we can make people find you attractive. So then they have their whole glow up, and then the audience is like, you know what? I usually don't find this type of person attractive, but it's something about them that I think is hot.
New stylist.
So
better camera.
That's an example of altering perception, right? That's
surgery.
Surgery and all that. We tell people to nip tuck and all that, right? Another form of altering perception is even when how you change the behavior of certain demographics, right? Culture is something that's always ever changing.
It's fluid.
It's very fluid.
Yeah.
This is why, we see in societies, we've seen the best of all cultures and we've seen the worst of all cultures, right?
Cultural diffusion.
So you can try to systematically create structures that will lead to a downturn for a particular demographic. But first you start with the lie. So for example, I'll say the lie is black people, low IQ, they don't know how to invent anything, they don't know how to keep their community together, right? Well, that lie was put out there before it became a reality. Now, it's still not true across the board, and black people are not low IQ. But the community part, look at what happened with in Tulsa, Oklahoma, right? So here was a community that was doing very well, better than most communities in the United States, right? No matter the racial background. It was destroyed, but the lie was put out before the destruction happens. And then now it becomes a reality because you have a system where you are now allowing people to fully rebuild their community. And so then people who are ignorant to that destruction will believe in the false reality that was now created, which is why people have to be very careful with you allowing other people to have power over you. Your desires shouldn't mean that you have to fuck an exec in order to get on top. Your desires shouldn't mean that you have to sacrifice somebody else in order to feel like you're, feel good about yourself. Because these things, again, leads to an imbalance of power where now, because you're running for all these external validations, it leads you into a trap where now you're a puppet and somebody else is a master to you.
Well, to put it this way for you all, at one point in time, you would simply say, free the activists. Let them go. Man, all they did was stand up for their people. Now, based on cult
picture, right? You're saying free killers. That's how it works. Free killers.
That's a great example of how, even when Malcolm X said that the media can make an innocent man look guilty and a guilty man look innocent. And that still happens all the time, and anybody could be susceptible to that, because humans as a species, we've been used to perception being altered constantly, even before we even got to AI, So Prince is right about that. What was it? There was a movie. What movie we was talking about? And it was crazy. I was like, how they had people rooting for this person, and they're like, this person was a POS. Damn, what was the movie?
There's a couple of those, but I get what you're saying, though. I can't remember exactly.
It was a female character.
And what was the thing?
Days ago, what was it?
The thing. Yeah, because if you look at
I gotta try to remember what.
It's the inversion, of what we're seeing right now. Actually, that's why I just brought it up again. I can't here on YouTube, considering that we.
Oh, Us. With Lupita.
Yeah, because we.
Yeah, she stole. She destiny swiped with that other young girl, and what was great about the writing, you're rooting for this family, and you're rooting for her, only to find out towards the end of the film that she's the villain, and she was able to get great gains from destroying somebody else's life.
And the person you was rooting to lose was the victim.
That's an example of altering perception where the villain is now the hero to the audience, because now you've grown an emotional attachment, and because you have an emotional detachment to the victim, that's a perfect example of how media is very powerful.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is look at your hip hop format. What happened to the Diddy story? And seeing that, we saw it being washed out of the cycle. We said, "Hey guys, possibly one of the biggest situations that you've probably seen in recent times." I mean, look, Killer Crocface was a disgusting, horrible piece of shit. But did you hear what he said when he stood up on his nubs and he said, "There are worse people than me running everything"?
He didn't say it.
But of course, he didn't say it.
He wanted to be a part of the club.
Well, he wanted to live.
Yeah.
He didn't feel like having a heart attack behind prison. Even when they tell you,
he'll probably gonna die in prison.
Well, even if they tell you, like, when Bernie Madoff died in prison, like, do you know if they actually die? You know what I'm saying? Or is it by way of what they said? That's the art of the magic of the alchemy of Hollywood. You can never really know. And
Jay's also agreeing with the point. He's saying that Jay said had us rooting for the system. Yes, even anytime, and I say this with no arrogance because we all fall for it. I've fallen for this shit before. Everybody has. I mean, nobody's perfect. But
nobody but Steve Harvey.
All of us have fallen for this at least one time or a couple of times, right? Anytime somebody who's an eloquent comedian or speaker or musician, singer, rapper, politicians, or whatever, whoever, painter, animator, anytime they have you rooting for the system that is enslaving you or trying to steal something from you, that is a powerful example of having you root for something that is against your own self-interest.
It's effective alchemy.
Even against sometimes the self-interest for the greater collective.
It's effective alchemy, like she said. And also, yes, Ed, exactly, like what's going on with Mitch McConnell. Now, from my understanding, they're trying to hold it down until, so they don't have a special election. But, Mitch McConnell could already be a corpse now. But they keep doing things where they're having him propped up.
It felt like Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, it just, but again, like, you guys got to understand, how can you trust anything when that is a norm there? I always use the assassination of November 22nd, 1963. And you see clearly multiple shots. You see the bodies reacting to multiple strikes. And they told the general public in the 60s it was the magic bullet. We call it the magic bullet theory. It bounced from JFK, hit the governor, bounced back, hit JFK in the leg, bounced back again, past Jackie Kennedy's dress, bounced back again, and it killed the president.
And somebody else got hit up in that vehicle too.
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
It was the governor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the governor of Texas.
Yeah, he got hit up. He got hit too.
Yeah, so, I mean, and then somebody, listen, yo, all I can say is if you look at Diddy, the Diddy situation, just even how it's handled and not handled in hip-hop, that should tell you
Wait,
everything.
you're not saying hip-hop correctly.
Hip-hop.
There you go.
Hip. It's the hop. Because it's hip. Hip means other. Other means one. One before two. As in me and you. Hip.
You got to do the knowledge.
Your inner ear. If I say coca and you finish it, how did you speak? I'm not going to the Shrine of Madonna. KRS is there. All right.
He makes me laugh a lot.
He does.
Remember when he said black people, he was like, I don't know if it was Rad TV a long time ago, but he was like, now he said white people actually did most of the work to free us. You remember that?
Oh, let's be real. Let's be real. It was white people that really, they were the real abolitionists.
Whoa. KRS, you are the father, so I will never disrespect you. But what did you mean by white people were the catalyst of our freedom?
Didn't do nothing.
Wait.
No. It was whites did it.
Wait, you're one of the fathers of hip hop. So let me
bow. Yes, honor me. Yes, honor me.
I used to love watching his old tapes because I be like, he is so funny. I'm like, he just keeps contradicting himself, and man, I'm like, in the same fucking sentence. He'd be like, hip hop was created by black people, but black people didn't create hip hop. Like, that's how he talks. He talks in riddles all the fucking time. In the same fucking sentence, he would do this. He'd do that all the time.
No.
Oh my God. Oof.
You all are going to keep finding out. It's not what y'all think. And I don't know. Sitting there, sometimes we'll watch. It does feel like the Truman Show.
I feel like
it feels like the Truman Show.
All of us are stuck there, and I'm trying to get the fuck out.
Hey man, I got to get the fuck out of here.
Because you have humans on humans on humans trying to create structures and illusions on top of you.
Then you got weird humans that think they're Nephilims, and they feel like they run other humans.
They could be. I don't know.
You know. I'm just saying, and I just, because like Sam Altman, y'all heard what he said, soon AI will be able to raise your babies. And people like, oh my God.
He wants to go into the brave new world where.
Yeah, but I say they've been trying since test tube babies.
Yeah, they're going to have the pods. The babies going to be supposed to be in pods.
Yeah, pod babies.
Yeah, pod babies.
Yeah, the pod babies.
Don't you want to never have stretch marks? Don't you never want to have a C-section? Don't you ladies want to keep your body perfect? In order to do that, come to Pod, where we structure your baby for you. All you have to do is give us your ovaries, and you will forever be in shape.
And then they're going to have some Roland Martin music come in.
Now, all you have to do is have your husband or boyfriend stick his dick here. Step closer to the pod.
Sid kept playing this Roland Martin clip. All I heard was, and Sid played it. I said, Sid, what are you playing? She said, it's Roland Martin.
He do that same fucking book of the dong dong like you said. He's stuck in the funk, you know?
It feels like the Truman Show. I just sitting there, like, there's sometimes like we're cool, we like to have fun. You want us to be honest, like, the Diddy thing is like it's a little bit uncomfortable. I can't believe like it's out of everywhere. It's just out of the media in general, except like Law and Crime and like the Crime America spaces.
And then the Diddy docket.
Yeah, but like in hip hop, it's just
like it's here, but it's not. That's what it is. You know, it's creepy.
But you know what that confirms?
It confirms it's creepy, yeah.
It confirms that those powerful people in hip hop and big names are trying to get it going to without get free.
I know.
But and I will say this, Truman Show, hands down, definitely one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies of all time.
It's a really good movie, yeah.
But you know what's funny? At the beginning of it, though, when the camera dropped out the sky, he says, "What the hell?" The camera, you saw what was written on it, right? Serious.
Oh yeah, the fixed star.
Yeah, star, and that was the light. That was the awakening for him.
Yeah.
When the light fell out the sky, it hit the ground. He's like, "What is that?" And he went over there. Serious. Boom! Right then and there, he's awakened.
Yeah, because if you go look at that fixed star, there are certain things, let's just say, connected theme-wise with it.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people in Hollywood, they be doing a lot of occult shit all the time.
Oh, they do it in sports.
Yeah.
Go back if you guys get a chance.
Where's the Illuminati button? You said go back. You got
right.
the button.
Where's it at? All right, let me do this real quick. Do-gada. All I can say, and what I will say is this. Look, realistically, it's everywhere, even in sports. And I have to go to sports because, you know, some of the fellas and ladies, they don't even cross their mind that that's happening there. But go back and look at Michael Jordan's theme entrance. Alan Parsons Project, one of my favorite groups of all time. But his entrance, his Chicago Bulls entrance, was the song called Serious. And it's appropriately tied to actually what makes up Michael Jordan. So that is...
Michael Jordan is an alien.
He's an alien, and he had some...
But he's not a reptilian.
Yeah, but the theme that he walks out to is intentional.
We will be watching him soon, and we're going to do an occultic breakdown eventually on the Patreon about him.
Yeah. You know what? I think that should be our next one. That we need to do that one first, and then we'll go into Odyssey. I think that's what we should do.
Okay.
You can never look serious, and I'm gonna play that music. Come on, son, get on the floor.
Roland is one of the worst looking boule people I've ever seen. It's just, he do look like an alien to me.
He looks like an owl.
Like an owl alien.
Yeah, like Moloch.
He do look like Moloch in human form.
Blowlock.
Is Roland Martin
is
really
he Blowlock?
Moloch.
That black Moloch. Can't believe it. And I tell you the blacks.
I don't believe he's
Blowlock.
He can't be human. First of all, who's really perfectly round like that? He got a round owl-shaped head, round owl-shaped body.
He is geometric perfection.
I don't trust it. I mean,
he is a perfectly round person.
He snatched a human body and deformed it. So I don't know. There's something creepy about this.
I've never seen somebody so happy and angry at the same time.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Roland, yes, I know. Roland is a Scorpio. Yes.
Who else do we think are aliens? Human body snatchers.
That their bodies. Sometimes when they show Trump leaning forward like Michael Jackson in Smooth Criminal, and he kind of looks like a rotisserie turkey standing straight up, chicken.
Yeah.
Every now and then it kind of crosses my mind.
What about Miller? Like a fish.
I kind of feel like he time traveled from Germany,
Not to
1933. Yeah.
But he's supposed to be Jewish.
Let me see who else.
Oh, Adam Silver for sure. That bitch.
He's
a reptilian. Adam
Silver.
Silver is a fucking reptilian. Absolutely.
If the reparation black square wasn't on the screen, I would pull up Adam Silver. He looks like a Men in Black disguise to me from the movie.
I can't stand that bald-headed bitch. He is. It's something very disturbing about him, and he tries to be overly polite while seemingly doing very nefarious things.
When I first saw Adam Silver, he looked like the vampires at the end of Blade that was at the round table. Y'all remember that the first Blade?
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill.
I just saw the long neck.
Yeah.
And the long head.
And the small Coke bottle Mr. Freeze glasses.
And his eyes, his pupils are just so black.
He do look like Victor Freeze without the suit.
Yes. He look like a extra bony
Come to
Mr.
be my
Freeze.
Nora. You know what? On the old Batman, sometimes I would skip the Mr. Freeze episode. He's one of my favorite villains, but it's a depressing episode.
He did bring the energy.
I was
down,
like, bro, this is
that's every episode.
And nobody knows my pain. Tell me, Batman, have you ever been in love?
I have plenty of times. But I do the right thing. Freeze, you can be better than this.
No, Bruce, I can't.
You can.
You run around with children. I don't trust you.
I saved them. I lost my parents.
But my Nora is different.
If I can do it, you can.
And this is where you die. And now for a Pop-Tart.
Y'all imagine his ass walking around that ice cave.
Where is my remote?
Man. Bane's voice is different. That's shouts out to Dodge. No, you got to go back to the '93 Batman film. Batman animated series. Nora. Bane's voice is more sassy.
He is a sassy.
Yes.
Bane actually does sound like Jake Prince, though.
Oh yeah, he does. Mentality.
Illuminati question: Was Bane really played by Jay Prince?
Okay, Jay Bane.
Jay Brain.
Mentality.
All right, guys, we're gonna end it here today. Sorry, the graphics weren't up to par to what we usually like.
See, you made it this far.
We made it this far.
Sid.
Next Monday, everything should be back in order. It should be fine.
It says, go ahead, Sin. Say your point.
I find this ironic that this happened after that IP situation. Remember, we was live and
we almost got them.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, Bane is very sassy. Bane wouldn't even take off his coat. The reason why you know he's sassy because the woman got him at the end.
I know.
Why did she stab him?
It
don't make. They really.
It's like what Tupac says, "Sucker for love."
Yeah, but
I should have seen you was trouble right from the start.
It says thanks for the audio, TCZ. Yeah. Jay Bane. Yeah. Let me see what else before we get up out of here, because again, folks, Every time we got Diddy up in the square, I mean, we've had some funny things happen with Diddy up in that damn thumbnail.
Oh yeah. Dom said she was thinking about the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. Get down!
Oh, yeah. Sing, Merry Christmas,
Merry Christmas,
sing,
and a happy
sing
Merry
now.
Christmas,
Sing,
Christmas,
Freeze,
we're getting tired.
Sing
it's called
now.
Merry
now.
Christmas, and
why they had him like he was a pimp?
They were having Freeze like he was a pimp.
Arnold. Wasn't it the ones when they popped it was like all black women with the wigs on? I said, what's going on here?
I don't know what is going on here.
Daddy Freeze. All right, y'all. We love you guys so much.
There won't be no outro for this one either. Tech issues. So
Tech.
We're just gonna be leaving it like this.
It's cut and dry.
We appreciate y'all. We're out.
We're out.